Hey, what do you say? It's the Run In Podcast. My name is Tommy Paradise.
It's showtime, folks. It's your boy DJ. You kind of came stumbling out the blocks there, huh?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's been a day, man. It's been a day. So we'll see what happens here as we
see what happens
as we progress with the Run In Podcast today. That is brought to you by Figure Collections. Figurecollections.com. Hit up shop.figurecollections.com. Pre-order your Cello Retros. Ethan Page, I believe, is sold out. But also there is some pre-orders up there. You can still pre-order Adam Baum. You can or Brian Clark. You can pre-order Dynamite Kid and so forth. So shop.figurecollections.com. And don't forget to use the code RON10 when you're there to save 10% on all those Cello toys. I just cracked open a bang, DJ, because like I said, man, it has been a day. We've got a lot to talk about in the world of wrestling here. We got not a lot to talk about in the world of toys, but we'll get into that. We are going to do some Super Bowl talk, of course.
Yes, sir. In my hometown.
That's right. First, we got to tell you though, February 26th. It's right around the corner, man. It's coming quick.
It is.
Blitzkrieg Pro. Springfield, Massachusetts. Jimmy Hart just added to the meet and greet slate. Evil Uno, Lince Dorado, Kevin Nash, VSK. Huge lineup over there in Springfield, Massachusetts, February 26th. And make sure you're there. If you're in the area, tickets are on sale now at blitzkriegpro.net. We want you to join our Patreon. We've got a couple of new Patreons, by the way. But before we get into those new Patreons, I just want to remind you that we just dropped a brand new episode of the Rerun In Podcast. Myself, Zach Egoff, Kenny from the Call Up Podcast, and Mike Lanham. We watched episode 4 of season 1 of the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and man, it was a good one. We got a couple more episodes of those that'll drop, but episode 4. Season 1 is live now over on the Patreon. The video version is live as we speak. By the time this drops on Friday, the audio version, just the audio version, should be available to you as well. If you are a Patreon member, head over to patreon.com/runinpod if you want to join. Plenty of reasons for you guys to sign up. We've got all different kinds of tiers. We've got the $1 tier, which gets you access to the Fig Cave Facebook group, which we are buying and selling and trading toys in that group. And if you're a member of the Patreon, you get a little deal ski. Usually if me or Phil or DJ or Mike Lanham or Zach Egoff, one of those guys, even John James jumped on the bandwagon this week and sold something for cheaper to someone who was in the Patreon to help us out. So shout out to John James for doing that, by the way.
Look at that.
So we've got a couple new Patreons this week. It is Corey, Handy, and Eric Clark, the new Patreons. So welcome aboard, guys. Welcome in. Thank you guys for joining. But we've got the $5 tier, which gets you pretty much access to just about everything, including the Rerun In Podcast. It gets you a sticker, which I'm a little behind on sending out stickers. I will get those out to you guys soon. It also gets you we're doing weekly or monthly giveaways in the Patreon. The $1 tier gets you 1 entry, $5 tier gets you 2 entries, $10 tier gets you 3, $25 tier will get you 4, and the $50 will get you 5. And this month's giveaway is a $50 gift card to Homage. So
that's a damn good prize,
right? So you want to get in on that. We'll be giving that away next week sometime. So stay tuned. If you're in the Patreon, we'll announce the winner. We're doing that right around the 15th of each month. So patreon.com/runinpod, man. Lots of bonus content up. DJ did an unboxing. I'm going to get that all cut up and put together. I did a little card break. I know Phil Gentile is doing some stuff. He's going to do AEW cards. He's going to do an AEW card break. Mike Lanham did an AEW card break up there. Kenny's got some stuff in the works that he's going to throw up on there as well. So it's a collective effort here with the Run In Podcast and some of our inner circle members.
That's 2 jerks.
So join if you have not already. Patreon.com/runinpod. I promise you won't look at it and be like, man, why am I spending this $5 a month? That's $60 a year. That's like one dinner that you go out to with your lady, because it is Valentine's Day.
I
So
must say, some of y'all better get your plans together.
do it after Valentine's Day so that the girl doesn't get mad. But or get in before Valentine's Day, win that $50 gift card to Homage and give it to your girl, because they got tons of girls love sweatpants, man, and they've got the go-to sweatpants. They're super comfortable. They've got go-to hoodies. They dropped. We talked about the Boy Meets World shirts. They just dropped the Always Sunny in Philadelphia line this week.
Yep.
So, and of course, they got great wrestling shirts over there as well. We also want to talk about our partners over at Wrestling Collector Shop. They're hooking us up. They're hooking us up with a giveaway every single week. Last week, they gave us the Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania Elite. Right. We asked you guys to retweet our pinned tweet. Make sure you're following us and the Fig Cave on Twitter. And we just shuffled up all the names that did that. And the winner of the Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania Elite this week is J&J Toy _Giants.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations to Jaden and Javier. Winning
that's a day one. Those are day one.
Yeah, they have been day one listeners, loyal run-in listeners. Javier has actually made some pretty funny videos for us as well. So congratulations to you guys. We'll get that out in the mail to you guys. This week we are giving away a Rey Mysterio Elite 92 to celebrate. You know, we got that WWE 2K22 coming. So why not give away a Rey Mysterio? We gave away a Rey Mysterio top picks a few weeks ago, and that was a banger figure. And this one is just as good. Rey Mysterio is always toyetic AF, if you will. So
which copy are you getting?
I don't, dude. I'm undecided if I'm buying it, man. I see you sharing in our group chat all the videos. You're like, it's like I said. I joked around the other day, like you're working for 2K out there, man. Trying to.
You said under. I like, look, if I were working for 2K, it wouldn't be undercover. I'd be yelling that from all over the place. But
but no, I'm not sold on it yet. I don't know why. I'm
gonna send you or like there are some YouTube guys that have played it and have shown a little bit of gameplay. Like because like they can't show you everything, right? But because they got invited to 2K and they got to play, and each one of them have said like, dude, this is the best gameplay that they've had.
I wish, like, I don't know if it's still a thing, but like, I know Redbox is still a thing, but I actually don't know if Redbox has games.
And I don't know either. What about Gamefly?
Oh, I don't even know if Gamefly is still a thing, man. I had that back when I had Xbox 360. Gamefly.com is still available.
There you go.
Wow.
I think they're gonna be all right. I do. I think it's gonna be all right. I think because from what I've seen, looks because like you said, it was mechanics that were kind of like way off on that last one.
Yeah.
I like the game mode, the game modes that they're going with. I want to see what this My Faction. I think everybody in the world is going to do My GM, right?
Oh, sure.
you know, like who doesn't want to run the Fed? But let's see, like that My Faction is kind of interesting as well to me.
Yeah, I don't know,
but
man.
I was not getting the NWO version, though.
If they had a physical copy of the NWO version, to be honest with you, I'd probably be more apt to buy it, because I'd be like, oh, I need this, I need that. That's cool. I'll do that. I have the Ric Flair. I got the Ric Flair physical copy a couple years ago. Was that 2K9? Yeah, 19. So you get the fake Hall of Fame ring, you get the piece of his robe. You get the pop, which is super valuable now. It's a great prop, maybe the best Ric Flair pop ever. So you get all that stuff.
And then 2K, NBA 2K has had some great collector's editions. Like I had the Kobe Bryant with the locker. Like it came with a locker that you could put games in. I had the farewell, like you're saying, I still have the farewell copy of Kobe Bryant on the cover after he retired. I don't want a all digital NWO thing. Like I guess is what you're saying. And
Yeah,
the same
exactly.
same as what I'm saying. It's like, what are you doing? Like
Right.
you guys missed a big opportunity there.
Right. I don't know if it's because it's coming together so quick or what the deal is, but
it's been 2 years. It's not.
That's true. That's true. That is true. Just to circle back here real quick with the Patreon, we have a giveaway within the Patreon. If you listen to the rerun in podcast,
all right.
If you listen or watch all 3 of the next episodes, so the episode that dropped this week, episode that drops next week, and the episode that drops the week after, we've got a giveaway for you guys. There's code words that we're giving away in the episodes. You message us with all 3 code words. If you're the first person to message us all 3, you're gonna win. We got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Super 7 reaction figures.
Wow.
Which are the small ones, but
that's $20.
I got one right. Yeah, I got one right here just to show you guys if you're watching the video on Patreon, because you get video access to the show. Right. I got the Michelangelo one right here, but we've got Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael, and April O'Neil to give to you guys if you give all 3 keywords to us in the message us on Patreon. First one to do so will get these and some bonus stuff that I've got laying around that I don't think anybody will be upset about getting. So it'll be a good time. So check out those episodes. $5 tier and up gets you those access to the rerun podcast. We've actually got some Kenny's corrections this week. So
all right.
Today that we're recording is episode 86. 86. And we didn't really say like any funky player numbers. I can't think of anybody who's like memorable
86
as a number 86. But Kenny sent over a message last week that, fun fact, Baron Davis is the only NBA player to ever wear the number 85.
He is correct. I do remember that.
I've got a little fun fact for you. Do you know what number is the only number in NBA history to never be worn on a jersey?
I don't.
69. I'm not even trying to be funny.
That is hilarious. I guess nobody, really wanted to have the media backlash of wearing that number, right?
Yep.
Just say, hey, I'm a, especially if it's a person born in July. Just say it's my birth sign. What's wrong with you guys?
Zach Ertz is number 86. Who's number 86? I'm trying to think of like
Zach Ertz. He's helped me through some fantasy.
Yeah. Yep. David Patton for the Patriots, like way back in the day. David Patton, that first year they won the Super Bowl.
I remember Patton.
Yeah, he's decent. I don't know if he's good, but he's decent.
Just like everybody on the offense back then was decent, and then they had like, a world-class defense.
Yeah, exactly. Nikita Kucherov from the Tampa Bay Lightning is also a number 86. So
Nikita.
Kenny's other corrections. Oh, I just clicked off of it. Stupid. Kenny's other corrections. The year Daniel Bryan won the title at WrestleMania 30. Batista won the Rumble. That's the year he was booed. I think that's also the year of Blue Tista. The Bellas eliminated both Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan and did the loser sign to them. And there are rumors saying that Logan and the Bellas are coming back for Mania. So those are all our corrections from Kenny. We haven't had a lot of Kenny's corrections. I said, "You're back, bro." And he said, "Yeah, you guys stopped using Google last week." So
so we got to flip the sign back over.
That's right.
2 days that we haven't had corrections.
That's 0. Right. So yeah, make sure you listen to Kenny's show over. It's at the Call Up. Like I said before, he is doing shows like almost every day after this show tonight, like during Dynamite's Raw. I forget what other day of the week he does it, but man, he is just pumping out.
I just watched him pop for Keith coming out.
Yeah. Which we'll get into here in just a little bit. Got to finish up this housekeeping stuff. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Please. If you're on Spotify, hit that follow button, and then you can also rate us on Spotify. Please do that. Follow along on Instagram and Twitter. Again, if you're on Twitter, make sure you're following us at Run-In Podcast and the Fig Cave, which is at Cave Fig. And retweet our pinned tweet this week. You could win a Rey Mysterio Elite 92. And for everything else, man, we got a brand new merch store over at runinpod.com. If you want a t-shirt, a mug, stickers, whatever you want, hoodies, like full hoodies, not just zip up hoodies. over at runinpod.com.
That store is dope now.
Yeah, it's way better than our old store. So check it out now. And that is it. All our discount codes are over at runinpod.com. So yeah. Before we get into it, DJ, what are you drinking tonight?
Man, I got this mango White Claw.
Ooh, White Claw. You're taking a break from the high noons?
Well, because I'm going to Vegas this weekend, so I figure let me settle in, settle kind of, mellow out till I get there, and then let loose.
Yeah, you're gonna lose some money on the Super Bowl or what?
I think you're there for you're on their Super Bowl weekend. How do you not bet on the game? Or bet on something, even the prop bets, right?
Oh man, we'll talk about this when we do our Super Bowl picks later, but like I've been messing around with FanDuel and I keep looking at the prop bets. I'm like, I think I want to bet more on a prop bet than I do like a regular bet. You know what I'm saying?
Like who's singing national anthem? Because
I have no idea, actually. That's a good question. Man, I'm learning all kinds of stuff today. I learned that GameFly.
Right. Because that's like a popular bet, like under 2 minute, over 2 minute for the national anthem.
Who will be singing the Super Bowl? Mickey Guyton. I don't know. I have no idea who that is.
So
dude,
far,
the halftime show is going to be fire too.
Yes. No, I can't, like, this is one of these years that I'm like, okay, let's get to
yeah.
When that 2 minute warning happens, like, okay, come on, you guys, get to.
So we'll get it. I'll talk about it when we get into our Super Bowl picks later. But
sure.
Let's. There was some big news in the ring this week. Let's get to that here with our In the Ring segment. And In the Ring is brought to you by Buy, Sell, Trade Toys. He's on Instagram and Twitter. You can use the code RUN10 to save 10% at checkout. You can also check out his website, which is buyselltradetoys.com. All right, let's get right into it. The big news of the week this week was Tony Khan, man, pimping out. Oh, I'm going to bust down the forbidden door. I don't really think he said it like that, but he's pumping out this all this stuff about the forbidden door, free agent signing. He kept changing. I don't know if you noticed, DJ. I'm being critical here. I am being critical. I will fully admit. But don't worry, I'm going to be critical of WWE in a little bit too.
Right.
I'm being critical because he started throwing around the phrase forbidden door and then quickly changed it to free agent signing. Even as of today, the AEW Instagram said Tony Khan's free agent signing because
it's true.
Everybody's like throwing out the word forbidden door, and then they're throwing out all these ideas. William Regal, Samoa Joe, Keith Lee, and then these guys, all those guys are free agents. They're not. Forbidden door is somebody who's with another company,
correct,
coming through that door, i.e. Mickey James at the Royal Rumble, i.e. the Rock and Roll Express back in the day on WWF Superstars, with the Smoky Mountain tag team titles. You know, like it's not somebody who left the company and came back. That was one thing I had an issue with is like Tony. I didn't know if like Tony Khan actually knew what he had ready to go. I mean, we'll get into all of it, but what's your initial reaction to Keith Lee and Jay White? I mean, I guess Jay White is the forbidden door guy because he's still with New Japan as far as I know. So I guess, I mean, I'm not a New Japan guy. I don't know a ton about Jay White.
Right.
I know he has a Cello Retro. Unfortunately, it's a ringside exclusive, but that's like, I don't know a whole lot about him. So what's your reaction to what happened tonight on Dynamite?
Like you said, like, I mean, he knows the audience. Okay. And it's just like we talked about before, like we're gonna spread this. Okay. We're going to keep like all of our listeners spread this around that this is the, like how we said on this show, this is the new kayfabe. Like using stuff like forbidden door on your posts and things like that. It did it. I bet you when the ratings come out, it did its job.
Yeah. I was going to say like Tony is a good hype man, but.
And he knows what language to use with this fan base.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like you said, so they gave him like for the hardcore fans got Jay White. And then we, folks that, are not as deep. Like, we're not going all the way into New Japan, but we got Keith out there. I like calling him. I know it's Keith. Okay, but I like calling him. That's my own little nickname for him. I like calling him Keith. And and I'm happy to see him. I would love to. I think if I know sometimes I make fun of AEW, like saying, oh, some people could just walk in and just start getting title shots and stuff. That's how I personally feel about Mia Yim. So I think Mia Yim is just about as good as it. Like, basically, she's got to be at least the second best wrestler walking in the door for on the female side if she's hired. So
I think it's just a matter of time, honestly, before she is there with him.
Right, because we're going to go into their story in a little bit. But and I'd like to see, I can tell, I'd like to see Keith hit the ring some more. I'm a fan of his, and I see a little slowdown than what I've seen him in his peak. So hopefully that's just kind of like some ring rust and all of that kind of stuff, and he can get it back to where he was.
Yeah, I'll be honest, man. I'm not a Keith Lee guy. I've kind of said it to you and other people here. I've said it on the show, I believe, that I just feel like he is very much. He was slowly becoming the Ryback, where he's just complaining about everything on social media, and it's like, dude, nobody wants to hear this shit. Just do your thing, So I have not been a very big Keith Lee fan from the get-go. Is this good for AEW? I don't know. I think it's too early to tell. Like you said, I think definitely from what we saw tonight, he definitely needs to hit the ring a little bit harder. He was not he didn't look in the best shape ring-wise. Jay White, again, I don't really know a whole lot about Jay White myself, just because I'm not a New Japan guy. I've heard the name a bunch of times. I know what he looks like. I don't know if I would know him walking down the street, but I know, I see him on TV. I know exactly who he is and stuff like that. But, yeah, man, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I was expecting more. I don't know if it's because I'm so soured on Keith Lee and I just nothing Jay White. So to me, I'm not saying they're bad. Like you said, man, they did their job. They got the ratings, probably. We'll assume they got the ratings. Because they're not out yet as we're recording, obviously. But, and that's what Tony Khan's job is to do, is to get eyes on his product. And, he did that. Now, what's going to happen in 2 weeks? When is Keith Lee going to be on AEW Dark, or, is he going to be in the title picture? And then he's bumping, Orange Cassidy to AEW Dark. And then all these original, I know I'm getting, kind of going down the hole here pretty far, but what happens next is kind of what I'm saying. Where do we go from here with Keith Lee and Jay White? Is Jay White going to be on every week, or is he going to be featured? Is he just there, for a cup of coffee? What's the deal?
Right. We'll we've seen the other New Japan guys that have come in, and very, to me, just kind of very like a flash in the pan, to be, if we're going to be completely honest.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, good for AEW. Again, I know I started out kind of sour with the whole thing, but admittedly, but good for AEW, man. They got eyes on the product. Now the eyes need to stay there. You can't, I feel like this is the recipe for AEW right now: is big debut. 2 weeks later, they're on Dark, rinse and repeat. That's just, Tony's going to make another announcement in a couple weeks, and now you're getting that roster, as we've talked about before. That roster is just getting deeper.
Right.
Where are these OG guys going to go? I think these OG guys are going to get pretty upset.
And when we get to news, Tony Khan said something about that himself. So,
okay. And then, and Kenny actually said in our group chat, I want to give him credit for this. If I'm an AEW diehard, I know you need to have this, this talent on the roster. Obviously, they've pretty much signed everybody away from WWE that was on the Black and Gold NXT brand,
yes,
for the most part. You got Keith Lee, you got Adam Cole. I'm trying to think of Aleister Black. You got all these guys that were in the Black and Gold NXT, and now it's kind of just becoming a recycled I don't want to say recycled product. That's not the right phrase for that, but it's just becoming, what are they going to do next? So we'll see.
Right. I mean, because me being, and then again, so I know what people think, but I actually enjoy AEW, but
don't say people. One person wrote a review and thinks you hate AEW. F that guy. F that guy.
And I just I do like to have fun with the folks that say, well, this is just so much different, right? And this is why I like this. And it's just well, I mean, just tell me you like it. But I'm the vigilante of takes. I'm not gonna just let you have a take that I think that you're just kind of plucking out of the air.
Right.
I guess that's why I take that moniker. And I'm seeing a lot of people come from WWE, come to AEW, and they have the exact same role. So it's just almost oh, I just don't want Vince to tell me to do this, even though I'm doing the exact same thing I was doing. Right. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. To be completely honest, I'm enjoying the show, but it's just the folks that you make it there's folks that make it hard to root for when you're telling me that this is so much different and we're literally watching the exact same thing.
Oh, I've said that. I have a friend who is, I mean, he likes wrestling. He's not as, I would say, deep into it as we are, but he likes it. He watches, he tunes into Raw, pays attention to what's going on, pays attention to AEW, and he's telling me how much more he likes AEW. And I'm like, dude, I think what bothers me the most about AEW is the people that defend it to no end. Like it's the second coming of, Vince in the 80s.
It may be a fan again.
Right. Yeah. So it's just, I think that's what turns me off from it sometimes. Right. But admittedly, I'm admitting that 100%. But
right. I haven't watched in this many years, and then AEW did this. I'm like, well, you do realize that, okay, those years you weren't watching, this is what was happening. Right. It's what's happening. What they're doing on AEW, that's what was happening with those wrestlers, with the same wrestlers. So, so that's all I'm saying. That's kind of just it's my own fun with that.
I will say this about AEW tonight. Positive stuff here. MJF in the beginning, man, was just on fire. On fire.
Yeah. He's a star.
Yeah, he is amazing.
He's just a damn star. There's no going around it.
Yeah.
Beat CM Punk twice last week.
Yeah. All right. Let's shit on WWE here for a little bit.
Let's do it.
I think everybody knows what I'm about to say, man. SmackDown last week. Fuck Goldberg, man.
Well, at least this is the last match, though, right?
This is supposed to be his last match, but could it be any more obvious that he's just there for the blood money?
The blood money. Yes.
He is there for that Saudi blood money, man.
Hey,
would I do the same thing? Probably.
Yeah, that's a good that's a good
I'm not gonna
look at yourself there.
Yeah, but I think some people might hate me as much as I hate Goldberg, but I don't get this. I think there's literally one person in this world that wants to see Goldberg on WWE TV.
I'd love to know what his merch numbers are.
Two people want to see Goldberg on WWE TV. One of them is Vince. The other is Goldberg himself.
This should be I would love for this to be a squash for Roman. Just squash. He comes out. It should be his entrance should be longer than the match. And Roman just destroys him.
I hope so,
what
man.
Should happen.
Beat him and leave him in Saudi Arabia.
No, he doesn't get a ride back. Huh?
Nope. Just leave him there to perish. I don't understand. I know for a fact I've said this before, but imagine, all right, we're 11 years old, 12 years old. Right. I'm thinking of my kid here.
Okay.
11, 12 years old, right? We're watching. So I'm 11 in 1993. So we're watching Monday Night Raw, the beginning of Monday Night Raw.
Right.
And out of nowhere, Bruno Sammartino comes back.
I was gonna say like Ken Patera
or Don Morocco comes back, and you're like, who is this guy? Why is he here?
Hernandez.
Why should I care about this guy? Like, I get it's a different, Goldberg comes from a different era, but it's still like, man, why is this a good idea?
Same comparison.
And I feel the same way about, all of these guys who come back. Undertaker. I don't hate Undertaker by any means, but I feel like the last few WrestleManias, it was like he's taking a young guy's spot. I know,
right?
And then we see the documentary, and they're like, okay, he's putting guys over. I get it. I'm sorry, but in the moment there, you're like, Jesus Christ! Like Roman doesn't need Goldberg to put him over. Roman's already over.
Right.
This is a waste. This is a fucking waste.
Yeah, I think they just saw this as the match. Okay, here's where we can get that last match out the way.
Yeah, get it out of the way. That's fine. I wish it was a house show they were getting away.
See, that's what they needed it to be on a big show, so to give him probably the type of money that he's getting paid per match. So I think this was, that pay-per-view. It's not WrestleMania. It's not one of the big 3 pay-per-views. We're in Saudi. The Saudi people are just happy to have a show.
Right.
But like, I'm going to say it again. Like, I do like the people that are at the show at Saudi. Like, they are having a good damn time.
I think it's it's cool to see another culture watch. I felt that way the few times I've watched like Wrestle Kingdom. When I say I'm not a New Japan guy, like I have watched Wrestle Kingdom a couple times, giving it a chance.
Of Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not, I don't think it's bad or anything, but I like seeing the people react differently to, the matches. I like how all the, the Japanese crowd is just sitting there enjoying it. Like it's not any, it's very different.
I want to go one time and sit in the seats where you sit crisscross applesauce on the pillows and and watch. I want to go to that arena one time.
Yeah, so like I feel the same way about the Saudi shows where it's like these people are experiencing something they don't get to experience. I mean, for the longest time they didn't get to experience it at all. So and not everybody there is, trying to kill people and make
that's that's just like there's idiots in our culture too.
Yeah,
like we're not all that way. So it's
that's
the same
exactly
way
where I was going with that before.
Yes.
I get crap.
No, there are some definitely, and I'm not saying this to be facetious or to defend anything. I think there are definitely good people in Saudi that deserve, they work hard just like we do and deserve to be able to buy a ticket and go to see a good show just like anybody else.
Absolutely. The only other thing I had here, you wanted to talk about Monday Night Raw. We'll get to that in just a second, but let's Dolph Ziggler on NXT. This is something I didn't really realize I kind of needed or wanted. He did a great promo, and I love that he's going right after Braun and Ciampa, or Ciampa is kind of with Ziggler there. And I think this is a great thing for Ziggler to kind of hit the reset button, get him away from Bobby Roode.
Right.
Maybe let Bobby Roode do a little run on SmackDown and see where this goes.
How about that Intercontinental title, huh?
Oh, that's right. Shinsuke finally defended his Intercontinental title this past week, didn't he?
He did, and then so I guess what I'm saying is like you were saying with Bobby Roode, like how about Bobby Roode? Like that was a great rivalry with Shinsuke and Bobby.
Yeah,
Roode. They had some great matches.
They've wasted. I hate being old. They wasted this guy, but they've definitely wasted Bobby Roode. I was so excited for Bobby Roode to get signed by them, and he was great in NXT. And then he had that music, yeah. And they really did just kind of waste him. But I'm all for Ziggler and NXT. It's actually got me. Again, it's doing its job. It's got me interested. I saw what happened. I went back and watched it. I'm like, oh shit, this could be good here. This could help Braun in a huge way where he's working with a veteran. He's not working with somebody who's, green and, not that they put somebody necessarily green in the title picture, but you never know with the way that NXT 2.0 is right now. Which obviously some of it, the girls thing that's going on there with the girl with this credit card thing, that's terrible.
I do like the slumber party. Like what's her like the girl with this the sleepy elbow.
Yeah.
I kind of like. I'm starting to like that gimmick.
But yeah, this has me like curious to tune into NXT next week. So again, it's doing its job.
Right. No, like it's very like I remember we had a basketball coach in high school, and he called our team Mary Quite Contrary. And it's just like, if you know that nursery rhyme, it's like everything was either very, very good or it was very, very bad. And that's how NXT is. Like, it's either like every segment and match is either an A or it's a D or an F. So like so if they can just kind of start bringing that, to average out, like, then you got something. But it's definitely not an all bad show. Like, they do have talent on that show. And they, they went a different direction, and it was something for us to get used to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now it's like he's starting, I think the newer producers are starting to realize, okay, this person and this person, they do great on the mic. Okay, let's give them the mic again next week. They're starting to see the chemistry. It's like when you get that new free agent team, right? And you don't quite know how to play them when you first start off. And then you go into the season, and then now you know what matchups to put where. So I think that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah. Good call there, DJ. Good analysis there.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. You had some notes that caught your eye on Monday Night Raw this week. What you got, man?
Let's start with you can really see how they're walking back the Alexa Bliss character.
Yeah. Yep.
She's sitting on the couch, and like every week, like you can see parts of the old Alexa Bliss coming back into her outfit, and and in her personality as she's talking. I really wonder if she has some type of an injury that just we're not knowing or thinking about, and they're like, but we really need you on TV. Because you notice when she was the other character, there wasn't a lot of bumps.
Right. She's been out of the ring for a long time. I know Kenny will tell us. Calling you out right now, Kenny. When was the last time Alexa Bliss wrestled? Was it last WrestleMania? Like I feel like it's that last time.
Didn't she do the thing where she kind of messed up the Fiend? Wasn't that last WrestleMania?
That was last WrestleMania. I think that's the last time she wrestled. So she's almost going on a full year.
Did she not even wrestle? She just kind of popped out of the thing, right? And
that's true. Yeah. So yeah, let's get Kenny to because I'm not gonna Google this, Kenny.
Sure. And then most of her matches when she was this character was mostly like supernatural stuff.
Right.
And so what I'm saying is not a lot of bumps, not a lot of, she used to do like that really cool move off the top rope where she would like kind of twist her, the twist, a little twist move.
Yep.
You didn't see that, so I do wonder. But yeah, I do like how we're getting like that, like, and you can keep some of the dark stuff in that character, in the Harley Quinn looking character. So so very interesting. Like that I'm like, okay, they're still making her interesting, not even being in the ring. So it just that's kind of a cool. That's cool. That's pretty cool when you're able to do that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Totally. And then RK Bro and Rollins and Kevin Owens this week was like the big feud. Thought that was actually pretty entertaining.
Two A matches. They had 2 A matches. I know we have some, like, there are some people in the Fig Cave that are just not, they just don't feel Riddle. And that's fair, like, but I think the boy's got talent. Like, I think he could go. And I think this was one of the matches that kind of proves my point.
Yeah.
I think he could, I for real think, like, don't let the lazy talk, the lazy kind of weed smoker talk fool you. I think he can go with anybody.
Right. He's fun right now. Like, I've said it before. I keep repeating myself, but that's all right. I really enjoy
new listeners.
RK Bro. Like, they're just like that whole gimmick.
Right.
You can tell Randy Orton's enjoying it. Like, it's just a good time. And
when you see people enjoying their character, it draws you in.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, this is supposed to be entertaining, even though we bitch and complain about all of us bitch and complain about it nonstop. It is supposed to be entertaining, and they are entertaining.
Right.
So, one thing I'll say about Raw this week is, man, I said it last week. Again, I'm shitting on WWE here, but man, Lita, she just does not.
Is she becoming your female Goldberg?
No,
not that bad.
Ooh, that's a good question. Who would be my female Goldberg? Nia Jax. She was my female.
Goldberg. Yeah. No,
so
that's.
I guess I need a new one.
Yeah, no, I don't like. It doesn't even sound like, going by her when she was on that podcast, it doesn't sound like she's even wanting to wrestle anymore. So.
No, and she like dragged everybody through the mud. But yeah, I just I don't. It's like, she's not my Goldberg, but she's hard to get excited about when she looks so slow in the ring. She just doesn't look good. She doesn't look like she has it anymore. And I don't mean like looks wise. I just mean like wrestling wise. It doesn't look like she has it anymore.
She's how, at 50?
No, she's 43 or something like that. I looked this up last time we were talking shit about her, which I think was last week. She's like, she's 46.
Okay. So she's in my age range. I didn't know that. But yet I'm not running around in the ring either. So
right.
But I think this is, I think they just kind of heard the pops like every time that she came out for Royal Rumble, and again, this is not such a big show. And I think that's why we got Lita out there. I think this is going to lead into like another rivalry, of course. So it's just a stopgap to the next
filler
feud.
Filler, if you will.
If you will.
And guys, just like that, we are, unless you got more to add, DJ, I know we got some news here to talk about.
No, let's get to the news.
We just ran through the week in wrestling that quick. So we think this is going to be one of our shorter shows, which fingers crossed. Not that we don't like talking to you guys for 2 hours, but like we said, it's a long day today. So let's get into the news. Here's what I got. I got two things. Keith Lee, big week for him, man. He also got married to Mia Yim.
That was a hell of, did you see there was a hell of a lineup at the wet? Like they could have had a fed. They could have started a fed just from their wedding list.
Is that the wedding Bray Wyatt was at? No,
I'm not sure.
No. Because Wrestling for Sale was there too.
Okay.
That was somebody else.
Right.
But it was like the same weekend. So I
right. No, that's where you had basically everybody that they wrestled with was there, basically. like period. Like everybody that they've wrestled with was at their wedding.
I just saw like the one picture and I was like, oh boy, I'm sure he complained about the wedding the whole time.
It's like, I can't even get over at my own wedding.
Yeah. Let me tell you why this cake sucks. They didn't put enough flour in the cake. I think it was also missing an egg or two. And then Ron Simmons will be on the broken. Ron Simmons will be on the Broken Skull sessions coming up soon. I think it's after Elimination Chamber.
That's gonna be I'm watching that one.
What were you about to say? That was going to be good.
Damn good. Yes, sir.
The Becky Lynch one was good. Say what I know. That's your female Goldberg,
right? I'm gonna watch it.
I watched the Becky Lynch one this past week, and it was actually really good.
Can you watch the Goldberg one? So right?
Yeah, but it still made me hate him.
Okay. So
so I've said this on the podcast before, but we do have some new listeners.
We got new listeners.
I will watch just about any documentary on the network. I will. I'll watch any documentary on the network, and like the 24 about Goldberg coming back, right?
Yep.
Broken Skull sessions with Goldberg. Every time I've liked them, or every time I've watched them, it's made me like the person who it's about more. True. Except Goldberg. Goldberg made me hate him more because he's just talking about how he wanted to make more money. And like, that's my thing with Goldberg. He's never done anything for the business. He's done everything for his fucking self. The selfish fucking asshole. And he sucks. He's not even good. Like, I don't know.
He retired Bret Hart.
He killed prematurely. He killed Bret Hart's career, man. Anyway, but it also got me thinking, like, why is Broken Skull Sessions the only new thing they keep adding to the network? Like,
it's probably getting the clicks. It's probably what's happening.
Like the Vladimir superfan documentary is not happening as of right now, even though it's done. I read an article on PW Insider this week. Shout out to Jack from Figure Collections for hooking me up with a subscription to that. But I read that this week that they're like not, I don't know if it's a money thing or what, but it just says it's not coming out anytime soon, if ever. So there's that. There's like the is it Rob Van Dam? There's a couple of icons, Luger, British Bulldog. Those haven't dropped yet. Like there's for whatever reason, like nothing new. There's not been a new 24. There's not been a new Untold. Like those are like the documentaries that are super good. Right. The only thing that they keep pimping out that's new is the freaking Broken Skull Sessions. I'm kind of glad I'm not paying for the network because my cock is free.
Yeah, well, at least I like everything on. Like I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm still using it.
Yeah, I like the
you like everything on the cock.
I was like, I'm gonna use something else because you guys.
Yeah, you're on a roll this week on Too Old for That Shit. DJ was talking about how he's ready for the D. and then last week on our show, you're talking about your foot fetish with the mom from Muppet Babies.
No foot fetish, but I do like articles of clothing on while activity is going on. That's all. So it's not the feet themselves. That I will admit to.
The Alexa Bliss socks she had on.
Yes, there you go. There you go. Where were we?
I don't know. What the hell were we talking? Oh, we're talking about the cock
and Peacock and how Peacock has great content other than WWE.
Yeah, I'll throw it on like if I can't sleep. Actually today I was I threw on like the first Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Just because it was like in like the suggested stuff when you first turn it on. I was like, actually, I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, exactly. Well, that wasn't the first Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. That was the first Elimination Chamber match.
Chamber, yeah.
The first Elimination Chamber, it was like Cena, Triple H, trying to go all the names. Orton, Sheamus. This was the first pay-per-view, like Elimination Chamber pay-per-view match. Right. I forget who else was in it, but and then you were talking about some news with the AEW. What you got there?
Because Tony Khan, out of his own mouth, like there's an article of him saying that he signed so many guys that he's not going to be able to re-sign everybody.
Right.
Somebody talked about that not too long ago.
You have a good you have a good track record here with predicting the future, man. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass like that. You really do. Like, call it like you see it, and then boom, it happens. It's happened several times.
You can't have them all, because then you're gonna have, and you don't want to have them all, because then you're gonna have, the cynical fan say, "Oh, this guy is not being used right." Well, because there's not enough time even for him to wrestle.
Right.
You can't have it. You got to spread it out, bro.
Yep. Totally. All right, guys, that is it for this week in wrestling here in the ring. 48 minutes.
48 minutes.
We are going to we are going to take a quick break here, pay some bills. You guys listen to those ads. Might be something you need. You never know.
Yeah.
Listen, and we'll be right back with Walk That Toy Aisle. You know what I'm going to do. I'll be right back.
Might as well.
All right. I'm good if you are.
I'm good.
All right, guys. Walk That Toy Aisle is brought to you by our brand new friends over at Wrestling Collector Shop. Hit up WrestlingCollectorShop.com. Use the code RUN10 for 10% off any order. Or if you spend $100 over there, use the code RUN100. They'll get you a free Elite. It's over at WrestlingCollectorShop.com. And the latest from them, right from their mouths themselves or their email themselves. Elite 89, Damian Priest, is back in stock. They said besides that, they don't have a ton of news, but they did this last week. We talked about it. New mystery box live stream coming this week. The details are up at WrestlingCollectorShop.com. They sold out last week of these. And I was actually watching it. I meant to buy one sooner than I did and totally forgot about it. They said there was a few available. I jumped on. They literally sold out as like I was checking out. I had one in my cart. It was gone. Last week, like the chase that you wanted, like the big mystery box was GameStop exclusive Goldberg or Brock Lesnar. Don't tell Brock I said that. And so this week they're bringing the heat, man. They're bringing some fire. $24.99. 50 boxes in total, one Elite or Ultimate or AEW figure per box. You do have to pay for shipping, but one box is going to contain a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Mr. T Elite, and one box is going to contain a AEW Unmatched Darby Allin 1 of 5,000 chase. Boxes will be shipped out to their respective buyers following the completion of the live stream. No refunds given. All sales are made with the understanding that a random figure is being unboxed for your order live for verification. If you're not interested in the figure you received during the unboxing, this is the best part, I think. We will accept requests to convert that box number into a $20 store credit if submitted within 24 hours of completion of the live unboxing and prior to shipment. So I grabbed one as soon as I saw this was on sale. You can use our code on these, the run 10 code, for 10% off. Or if you're buying, 4 of them and you're spending over $100, you can use the free Elite code, run 100. So definitely get in this. I know our episode's dropping Friday. If you're in the Patreon and listening early, make sure you jump on and get one.
Right.
$24.99. You can't beat that. And you could end up with a figure that's going for over $100.
Exactly.
Or something that you need, man. They were unleashing some fire. The first 3 or 4 boxes were Ultimate editions, like Kane, Undertaker, Macho Man. Like there were some good figures in the first couple boxes. I watched most of the stream last week, and it was kind of funny. One of the guys was keeping track of which ones weren't good. He was like, they were on box 23 or something, and one guy was like, there's only been 2 that were he was calling them losers or whatever. So they're doing a pretty good thing here. So definitely check it out. WrestlingCollectorShop.com. Use that code RUN10 for 10% off. Like I said, I grabbed mine early this week.
Man, so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, my wallet hopes they don't do this every week, because if they keep upping the ante here with these chases, I'm gonna be like, shit, man, $25 a week on these things. But
right,
it's a cool idea. I love the idea of it, and 2 really banger figures up for grabs here that you could be getting. So all the details are up at WrestlingCollectorShop.com and on their Instagram page. So check that out for sure. One thing we didn't talk about, DJ, last week, which was Cella Toys showed a picture of their Sabu figure, their 6-inch Sabu figure. It was like a little teaser picture,
right? Pointing to the sky.
Yes, and it looks legit, man.
It's right in line. It goes right in line with your collection.
I can't wait to see the whole thing. I'm gonna have to grab one if it looks great. I want to see the face for sure. But they got Dynamite Kid coming in this line. Who knows who else? Maybe we'll get a Brian Clark in this line. You never know. They've got all these guys signed. Ethan Pages are shipping or did ship. That is only limited to 500. So if you have not gotten your Ethan Page yet, I believe Jack is sold out over at Figure Collections. So you may have to go to a third party here. And then Cella also released images of Japanese deathmatch legend Onita, Atsushi Onita. I'm not familiar with him. Like I said, I'm not a deathmatch guy. I'm also not a New Japan guy, so I don't know a whole lot about this guy. But the figure looks great, man. He's got that Jake the Snake Hasbro arm where you pull it back and let it go.
Right.
So some news from Cella. I feel like Cella is dropping news like almost every day, which means Zombie Sailor's right behind him.
Yeah.
Because it seems like every time Cella drops news, so does Zombie Sailor, and that happened this week. Big Bully Busick is coming to heels and faces the Zombie Sailor retro line. Man, this guy, I remember this guy from like 92, 93, new generation era. And this figure does look great. I don't know if I need this. Like, Cella is killing it with her lineup, and I'm not talking shit about Zombie. I love Zombie. He's a great guy. I've pre-ordered a bunch of his retros as well, but like the lineup Cella has versus the lineup that Zombie has is just like straight freaking fire, man.
Cella's gone wild here.
Yeah, Cella is killing it. But Big Bully Busick, I forget how you say it. It's been so long since I heard that freaking name. But
Bully.
That's really it for the World of Wrestling news here as well. Like as far as figures go, there was no like AEW teases this week, no WWE Elite or Basic or anything reveals or anything. So I think we're probably holding out a little bit here till WrestleMania for WWE stuff. So we'll see what happens. But man,
yeah, that's right. Because they usually do a pretty sizable reveal.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
They said that's when we're going to see the new retros. So like the next line of retros. So
okay.
Ultimate Warrior, Ultimate Edition. People are getting those from Amazon. Mine's going to be here tomorrow, unfortunately, so I won't be able to show it off on this show. I'm super excited to get that. I'm going to compare it to the old Legends WrestleMania 6 Ultimate Warrior. Did you order the Ultimate or no?
I did. I have not gotten it hasn't, at least it hasn't canceled it. Like I saw some people just get their straight canceled.
Yeah, I was going to say, make sure like you don't have to go in there and approve the delay or anything like that. But yeah, mine,
I think I already did that.
This Ultimate thing with Amazon is insane. Between the Hogans having issues before, now the Warriors, some people, friend of the show, Dougie Nunya, got his got canceled altogether. His Warrior and his Triple H that's supposed to come out next month got canceled as well. But what's weird is Triple H is still available. Like you can still order it with Prime for $32.99. Like it's so weird that his got canceled and the
Warrior's like $100. Like on Amazon, like the Amazon price is like $100.
Resellers on there. It's wild. I cannot wait though. That like
but it says, we'll email you when available.
Damn. I hope you get it, man. I hope you get it. Damn. I hope you get it, man. I hope they don't cancel on you.
And it's like, and I ordered like the day of.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that's kind of disturbing about that.
Right. That shit makes me nervous when I see people like getting their notifications or their shipping confirmations and stuff, and I'm like, "Where's mine? I didn't get mine yet." Like, especially with Amazon, because you don't know what's gonna happen.
No.
Super 7. We'll move on from the world of wrestling. Super 7 is absolutely killing it with the lineups. They announced pretty much all this week, man. We got Who Framed Roger Rabbit in the reaction line, which like I would never think like these would be like cool figures.
Didn't know you wanted it.
Exactly. I didn't know I needed it until I saw them. They look great, and like because they're cartoons, I think they look even better. Like this. I mean, obviously, if they were doing Ultimates, it would be amazing. But like these are cool for like this size or whatever.
Super 7 is getting so much of my money during the summer.
Yeah. You've got the Weasel, Smarty. I never knew that was his name. You've got the other guy, Stupid, which I guess he's a weasel too.
Right.
Judge Doom, Jessica Rabbit, and of course Roger Rabbit, all in that line. Yeah, hubba. We talked about the Bruce Lee that Super 7's doing, but they're also doing let's see here. They are also doing the Beastie Boys. That's coming soon. They announced that. They are doing some Power Rangers in the reaction line. They are doing Muppets. And the Muppets, I believe, are going to be oh no, they're going to be reaction as well. Okay. Man, they are absolutely Muppets. We may have talked about it on the show before, but Muppets is a line that like I've always wanted to collect. Like I've always loved the Muppet Show. Always, I've seen the figures on like Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store, and I've always been like, oh man, that is a slippery slope if I get into those. Like I would love to have those, but I can't do it. So I've never done it. And then they also announced today that Super 7 is going to be doing Parks and Rec reaction figures. And last but not least, they're taking the Simpsons line and they're making McBain reaction figures. Like they are just on another level right now with what they're coming up with. Good for them, man. Because they're a small company. Yes, they're making like expensive toys and stuff like that, but Super 7 is not a giant toy company. They're very like what they do is what they do. It's cool stuff, and they announced some Godzilla stuff today as well, which isn't my wheelhouse, but some reaction figures. And it looks like they might be doing a Godzilla Ultimate, which would be cool.
That'll be cool. But yeah, I'm not a big, like you said, I'm not a big monster, like giant monster guy, but I know there are those that are, and they're like big time. There's some people that are big time fans of that.
Yeah, the Beastie Boys would be tempting for me. Beastie Boys would be very tempting for me.
Man. Like, did you watch their Apple documentary?
Yep, loved it. They're one of my favorite groups.
Yeah, I did get the Bruce. I pre-ordered the Bruce Lee.
Nice.
Like I said, so Super 7. This is how they got me. So I got Krusty. I got Bruce, and I got 4 of the Silverhawks.
Oh damn, dude! They got.
Now at least the Silverhawks aren't. They're not coming out all at the same time though. That's the thing that saved me. I was like, okay.
Right, and if you're doing like Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store, they don't charge you until they ship. So
yeah, you just kind of get this surprise, $40.
Yep.
Surprise $40 hit in your account. Like, wait, what was that? Oh, Big Bad Toy Store. Okay.
So, speaking of Super 7, I've been talking about my purge lately. And today, actually, I've been toying with this idea for a little while. We've talked about how many Ninja Turtle things I have.
We have.
I decided to put my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Ultimates from Super 7 up on eBay. Right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 things, 13, 14, 14 things on eBay. My dining room table is like covered in stuff that is for sale, but luckily it's all got bids on it. Like there's nothing just sitting there on eBay. So the purge is going strong, man. The purge and like my toy room kind of needs a little bit of a revamp with like all these empty spaces now, but man, it does feel good to be getting a lot of this stuff. And I mean, I've said it before, like I'm like, all right, there's so many different lines of the Ninja Turtles. Like, what do I really want to collect? What did I love the most of the Ninja Turtles when I was a kid? And it's what we're doing on the rerun, man. It's the cartoons.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm going to stick with the cartoon line. Even that though, like it's getting to the point where like, they're just doing too many characters.
They're going deep.
Yeah. We talked actually, if you listen to this week's rerun in podcast, I don't know why I have such a hard time saying it. We talk about like there's some characters in this episode that they should have done that I can't believe they haven't done yet. So it's crazy, but it's just like it was just time. I'm like, these things are $55 each. They're just sitting here. I'm not really doing anything with them. So I kept the turtles, but all the other ones, like I kept the 4 turtles and Casey Jones and that's it. And the rest are up on eBay. I got a couple more that I still have to put up that I haven't yet.
Splinter?
I kept Splinter.
Yeah, right.
As of right now, he's not on eBay. Foot Soldier, Baxter Stockman, because I have those. I opened those and they're on display. But I kind of like tested them out.
You got that Kevin Nash shredder.
In the case, yeah, that's a NECA though. That's not Super 7. So
right.
But yeah, man, the Purge is alive and well. I did tweet out my eBay handle and like my account page if you're looking for anything. I got a bunch of stuff up there, man. I got G.I. Joe stuff. I got wrestling stuff. I've got Ninja Turtle stuff. So check it out.
We did have a lot of episodes where you had some boatload weekly purchases. So
speaking of weekly purchases, you ready to do it?
I'm ready to do it.
Let's do it, man. I'll let you go first. What do you got?
All right. So in the spirit of Valentine's Day and I already
play some like porn music right now, some romantic bow.
Well, maybe your boy will get lucky after doing this one. So there's you've probably seen this company on your Instagram feeds where they take a picture. Like you can take a picture that you already have and then pick a song and then they put it on some glass and then they have it where. All right, so I did it. And see, the fun part about our podcast is that I can do this right now because it'll still surprise her. She won't see this video.
Not listening.
She listens, but she's gonna be with me. Like, so this comes out Friday. She's with me right now in Las Vegas. So
okay.
So it's still gonna be a surprise.
Gotcha.
So here you go. So they do a pretty damn good job. This is the one. So I got the one that's it's a nightlight. Like there's a stand here, and it'll turn into a nightlight. And then you really do. You really can take a picture. Like you go to your Spotify app.
Yep.
And then you go to the search, and then now it has a camera on the search and the Spotify app, and then it'll go to that song.
That's pretty cool. What song is it?
It is
Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry.
No.
Let's Get Drunk and Screw.
Si no vuelves.
What is it?
Si no vuelves.
I have no idea what song that is, man.
I know you don't, but but there are some folks that listen to Latin music that will know that song. And
is it like Gasolina? I know that Latin song. Calabria.
It's not quite as fast, but it has the same kind of beat to it, but not quite as fast. But yeah, you can definitely dance to it and everything. So
all right.
Yep. And so speaking of Big Bad Toy Store and Super 7 and then Ninja Turtles. My favorite character.
Nice.
With Mr. Jones.
That is a hard one to get rid of, man. Like I said, I opened I've taken pictures of these Ultimates and like for eBay and stuff, and I open them and I'm like, oh man. Like these look so good, but
yeah, I don't even know if I know I'm a take them out, let them breathe guy, but I don't know.
Yeah.
With that one.
And what about the Super? That's your first Super 7 Ultimate, right?
Correct.
How do you like the packaging? How it comes in that regular, but like the brown box,
right?
And then it's wrapped in bubble or plastic.
Yep.
And then it's the other box that you slide up, and then like the cover, and then it's the figure. And then, so much protection.
And then they even have Casey has even his own symbol on his box. So
they do a great job, man. They really do. I know I put them over all the time, but well worth the money. If you got the room and the money and you're just into whatever they're selling, man, they really do a great job. So,
and I love how the slide, on purpose, they have these go slow, right? For it to slide like that, that's on purpose.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
My weekly purchases, and I'm ready to go and
spend some money in Vegas.
Yes, hopefully win some.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I made a trade last week, and my part of the trade came in. It is the Jake the Snake Chase.
There
the gray pants, WCW Jake. And then I actually found one in the store for one of my boys.
Oh, that's funny.
Last week, just happened to be walking through Target and found it. And then I got Mr. Brody Lee, my first AEW figure, guys.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
So my only complaint about this figure, right, is I haven't opened it yet. It's actually in a Defender right now.
I see it. Yeah.
My only complaint about this figure is he's giant, right? They should have adjusted the box a little bit because his head is cut off up here.
Yeah.
That's my only complaint.
That's a good call. But yeah, I think they wanted you to see that belt, because the TNT title looks pretty good on him.
Yep.
But like you said, like I'd like to see his face. Like, we miss him. Go ahead.
They could have put the belt off to the side or something, really, and like made that.
That's what they did with Darby. Yeah.
Taller, right? Exactly. So, only complaint. Figure, like I haven't opened it yet, obviously, but figure wise, looks great. I probably will end up opening it and then sending you the Defender for your Ty Conti autograph figure. But and then also, I've bought stuff from this guy before. There's a couple of his pictures behind me. I have the Ric Flair over here. And then Hulk Hogan is like directly behind my head.
That LOD one you showed us was pretty good too.
That's what I got. LOD. So Hal Haney on Instagram, he does these rogues pictures where it's somebody at the bottom and then all their memorable opponents. LOD being my favorite tag team of all time. I had to grab this. And it's
how much
awesome.
is that?
25.
All right. Maybe I might have to get that and the Sting off of them.
Yeah, if you buy more than one, he gives you a deal. So I want to say it's 40 for two of them. So
I think
I'll show you the link. He's got an Etsy store. Man, every time I get one, I'm like, man, I kind of want another one.
Yeah, exactly.
But it really is. It's got the Freebirds. It's got everybody. Honestly,
it's got everybody.
Luger and Sting. It's got the Hart Foundation. It's got Money Inc. It's got the New Age Outlaws. It's got the Powers of Pain, Harlem Heat, the Koloffs, Demolition, of course, the Bushwhackers, the Rockers, Steiners, Nasty Boys, Four Horsemen, of course. I'm trying to go through here quick. Rock and Roll Express. I said Freebirds. Man,
the Freebirds have the cross and the bars and stripes painted on their face.
Yep. Head Shrinkers. Just everybody that you can think of is on this. Any tag team who is on that print. It's awesome. So Hal Haney on Instagram. That's it. That is it. The quickest walk that toy aisle ever. I think in the history of the Run-In podcast.
You think so? Maybe.
I think so, man. That was pretty quick. It's time for Falls Count Anywhere. Falls Count Anywhere is the part of the show where we talk about whatever we want. We give you our top 5. And it is brought to you by Homage. We've talked about them before. We're giving away a Homage gift card for $50. If you're in our Patreon, sign up before the 15th to get in on that. Patreon.com/runinpod. And if you go over to runinpod.com, use our affiliate link, click on deals, click on Homage, and on your first purchase, you can save 15% by using the code the Run In. Boy Meets World shirts are brand new up there. I showed off the Topanga one last week, and then this week they've got It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Some pretty good shirts, man. Kitten Mittens, Dayman versus Nightman, all kinds of stuff. Good stuff over there if you're Always Sunny fan. Of course, they got NFL stuff, MLB, NCAA, NFL, anything you need up there. Pop culture, Seinfeld, wrestling, Always Sunny, Parks and Rec, movies. Homage is the best. They really are. All right, our top 5 for this week. DJ's idea was to do Beauty and the Beast couples, like couples that are,
mismatched,
hot and ugly.
Yes.
So
I thought that'd be fun for this. And then don't worry, folks, we are going to do Super Bowl moments after, like when we do our review of the Super Bowl. So don't worry, we didn't.
So who do you got for? You got any honorable mentions here?
No, I'm ready to go right. Like I don't even have any. Because this, you know what? I just kind of thought of this off the top of my head. I'm like, this is kind of tough.
It is kind of tough, dude.
So I was like, yeah, no, I got 5. I got 5 good ones, and let's go. Like, I'm ready.
All right. You go with your first 5.
Oh, by the way, and this is one more rule we had was that it could be either a fictional or a real couple.
All right.
So number 5, I have Mike Tyson and Robin Givens.
I didn't even know they were a thing, dude.
They're husband and wife.
Robin Givens from Howard Stern?
No, not that Robin. Robin she was on Head of the Class.
Oh,
Boomerang,
Jesus Christ. Yes. Damn. Yep. I'm going to get some shit for that. Damn.
So not that Robin, not that black, not that black woman Robin, the other black woman
Robin. My number 5. Damn, you got me good on that one. I'm like thrown off. My number 5 is Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
That's a good one.
I just saw them, like Machine Gun Kelly did the All-Star game, the NHL All-Star game.
That's true. Yep.
And man, I like some of his music. I really do.
Right.
But
a little rough around the edges.
Yeah, he is not a handsome fella, and Megan Fox is
Megan Fox.
Yeah, exactly. Who do you got for number 4?
Wolverine and Gene.
Oh yes, I don't have them on my list. That's a good one. But my number 4 is,
and that's another thing that's going to be coming out of my account during the summer. But go ahead.
My number 4 is another fictional couple. It's Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit. We just talked about them.
We just did. That's a good one.
Number 3,
Rocky and Adrian.
Yep. Damn, those are some good ones, DJ. You've got a good list going here. Number 3 for me is Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, Jesus. Damn.
Yep. Number 2.
I just put Pete Davidson. Like, you could just basically go through his gallery.
Yep.
You can go through the gallery and it's going to be all of it. Number 2.
Yep, absolutely. My number 2 is Tommy Paradise and Mrs. Paradise.
Oh, that's good. You got me on that one.
I'm the beast, by the way. She's the beauty.
Yeah, no, we got that part.
Just for any clarification out there,
right? No, that was
anyone
good.
trying to be smart.
You got me on that one.
How about number 1?
Number 1 has got to be Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh, I guess they would be my honorable mention. They almost made the list.
Okay.
But my number 1 has to be Pete Davidson and anybody.
Okay. So you got Pete Davidson gallery as your number 1.
Yeah. Yep. Him and anybody. He's literally like he might be the ugliest man on the planet besides myself. Like he is just, I don't get it, man.
He's doing something like humor, I guess. Like ladies, let us know. Like, humor. He seems to be kind of fun to hang out with. Like maybe that's what it is. Like, he's got the personality. I think
he just has a huge dong.
And that he's 6'3".
Yeah.
I saw him in that picture where he's walking with Kim, and when Kim's like wearing just some sweats, and it showed me how tall he is. And
I thought you were going somewhere else with that, DJ. The way the week you've had, man. I thought you were going somewhere else.
She is wearing sweats. She.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know what he was wearing, but Kim was wearing sweats. The week I've been having. You mean the sound bite you guys been making of me, but how tall he is and how short Kanye is that's what I got out of that picture.
All right,
because he's towering over Kim and Kanye. I don't even know if he's taller. Like every picture, like think of every picture he has with Kim. They're like either like neck and neck, or they or she's a little bit taller.
Yeah, true.
So I think he's a short guy.
True. That's it for this week's top 5. We saw the official trailer for Lightyear this week. I am pumped for this. I cannot wait.
This your guy. Like
June, yeah, I love Buzz. He's right behind me. I love Buzz Lightyear. So I'm excited for this. I think it's just gonna be a fun little, fun little movie, fun little summer movie.
And I like how it's a fresh take too. That I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch the Pro Bowl?
I did not. I did watch some of the skills competitions though. Those were kind of fun to watch.
I actually watched.
They're always fails. That's why it's fun to watch.
I watched that on Sunday morning. It was like the replay of it was on. Mm-hmm. But the NHL, man, used to have the best All-Star game. This year's was actually pretty fun to watch. No, I'm not gonna. This year it's lost its luster a little bit, but this year was actually super fun to watch.
And then the NBA one's about to come up. Oh, geez.
Yeah, I think right now it's like a tie between the NHL and MLB for best All-Star game.
So you know what was the best All-Star game? And it was even though it's commemorating something really sad, but it was the year Kobe Bryant died.
That was, 2 years ago.
So watch that NBA All-Star game. Like they were going at it.
Yeah.
And I keep saying this is what they need to do. The reason why they were going at it is because they made everything up to a certain amount of points instead of just having the clock roll. So then the competitive juice, like they can't help it. Like when like, wait, this game's up to a certain amount and they already, they got 18 already, so there's a competitive, like the competitiveness will it's a reflex. Like they'll look up at the score and like, oh wait, they almost got game point. I got to get my head out of my ass. Right.
Yep.
So that will solve the entire NBA All-Star game being boring.
Yeah. The NHL is just like, I don't know what it is, honestly. This year, like I said, man, it was really good. Mm-hmm. Back and forth. It was fun. But their skills competition is usually like the highlight of All-Star weekend. Mm-hmm. This year they did it in Vegas. They had some fun stuff, man. They did like I don't know how you would describe it, but they basically did some stuff in the Bellagio fountain. They were on top of the fountains at the Bellagio. It was pretty cool. Check it out on YouTube or NHL.com or whatever.
Yeah, I want to see that now.
But
I love those fountains.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. But
Vegas getting some money, huh?
Like, man, they had the Pro Bowl and the NHL All-Star game there the whole weekend, or the same weekend.
And don't they have the Super Bowl next year?
I think they do. And
the draft in March, right?
Yeah, Tyreek Hill was at the NHL All-Star game. He pulled the Stone Cold, actually. He took 2 Bud Heavies and smashed them together. I don't think he drank a whole set, or a whole sip, I should say. So
it's just all over him.
But
when you got that kind of money, what the hell?
Yep.
You can walk around with beer all over you.
Yep, exactly. All right, man. Let's get into our Super Bowl predictions. I started to talk about the halftime show a little bit earlier, and I was like, when we were earlier on, we were talking about it. Sure. But we were like talking about, so you guys know I've talked about in the last few weeks that I want the Bengals to win for my stepdad.
Sure.
I've thought about like going to my parents' house to watch it, but I don't want to interfere with my stepdad's enjoyment of it. I mean, obviously I'm going to be cheering for the Bengals, but part of me is like, oh, maybe we'll go for the first half and then leave at halftime. But very selfishly, I'm like, I don't want to leave during that halftime show.
You're going to miss the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm just like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what we have, like no plans. We have plans during the day, and then no plans for the night.
My vote is you go over there, and like you said, just leave a man alone when the game's like you got the the commercials are a little bit longer,
yeah,
and all that, so you got time to talk.
Right. Oh, absolutely. But what I might do is
once the whistle blows, then you shut the hell up.
What I might do is no, I just mean like as a Patriots fan, and obviously being in so many Super Bowls, I know I've always enjoyed it more when people aren't around. Like you're into the moment more when people aren't there, whether they're talking or not. You're just like like we always had people over in the early ones, and then like later on, like the Falcons one and the Rams one, like we just like it was just us. And I don't know, I remember more from it. The Seahawks one, like I had friends over, and my wife thought from us jumping up and down on that Malcolm Butler interception that we were gonna like the floor was gonna cave in because we're all bigger guys. Yeah. So, but anyway, so like I don't want to take away from it. We haven't really made a plan yet. But that was my thing. Is I was like, maybe we'll leave there in the third quarter. And then of course you get all the prop bets, man. I've been playing around on FanDuel. I'm like, maybe I'm gonna bet on what color the Gatorade is. Maybe I'm gonna bet on the coin toss. I don't know. I want to put some money on it. I don't know where my bet is gonna go. The odds are too close, like to really win
for the
money.
game. Yeah, it's like, what is it? Is it 3 points now? I know it started off at 4.5.
I don't even know, to be honest with you, but it might be 3 actually. Now that you say that, I feel like I saw
number 3.
Yeah, I think it is 3, and so it's like very tough to like actually try to make.
Yeah,
somebody
that's almost saying it's a tie. Like they don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It is
numbers like that,
and it's super hard to pick a like. Obviously, I want the Bengals to win, but it's hard for me to say that they're gonna win. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's this is going to be a competitive Super Bowl. Like they're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah,
the quarterbacks were evenly matched. The wide receiver corps are evenly matched.
Yep.
Running backs. Only thing I think the X factor here is going to be. I know we've gone into sports here. The X factor here is going to be the Bengals offensive line. Like that has been like kind of a soft spot for them. Even though Joe Burrow and Mixon has been able to make do, but that's been kind of a weak spot for them, and that might not be the best weak spot to have with the guys that the Rams have rushing.
Right.
I think Joe might have 99 problems. If you guys know what I mean. That's Aaron Donald, for those of you who don't know. So, so yeah, but other than that, though, like, I mean, that's not to say that, like, I think Joe is so good that Aaron Donald could be literally laying on his chest and going to the ground, and he could still complete a pass to Chase. Like, that's how good I think he is. So, whoo. Yeah. And I got a chance to win this whole thing here.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. Our Super Bowl picks, I posted the standings the other day, and you and Phil are tied at 20-9. Our standings picks. We didn't post our actual picks, but and then Mike's back there at 19-10. So he could actually sneak up in there as well. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have you pick. And then give me the over-under on total points scored. Like how many points you think the whole game is going to have.
Okay.
So who do you got, Bengals or Rams?
Well, I cannot go against LA. And in the hometown, right across the street from where the Lakers used to make everybody cry. So so I'm going Titletown. Inglewood, like when you go into Inglewood, it literally, like all of the signs do say City of Champions, by the way. So yeah, so we're going to go the Inglewood Rams. Let's see. So total score now. Let's see. Let's go 32-27. So what's that, 59?
59 points.
All
right. I'm going Bengals. Going my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to put the points because I'm way far behind.
If the Rams aren't in it, I'd probably be going for the Bengals, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, me, Kenny, and Zach are tied with we're at 17-12, all three of us. So I actually had a good week, championship week. Yep. I got back to a tie. I was pretty far away from everybody, and then I went 2-0 on championship week, so I got bumped back up. So. We'll post everybody else's picks, and we'll have Phil, DJ, and Mike all put tiebreakers in. Me, Kenny, and Zach are just going to go watch the game and laugh at commercials. And
But this
make
this
picks,
is like
but
the
it doesn't
most
matter.
this is like the most stress-free Super Bowl I've ever watched, though.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I want the Bengals to win, but I'm not like going to be heartbroken if they don't.
Right. Or like pissed off if the other team wins. Like,
Right.
so, because if the Bengals win, I won't be pissed off. Like,
Right.
It's not the
still
Cowboys.
so crazy. I
It's,
just keep saying I can't believe the Bengals are in it. Like, can't believe the Bengals are in this freaking Super Bowl. Like, I don't know,
dude. They like we talked about the week before. They did the Dallas, like the '90s Dallas Cowboys, but like better, but people you want to root for. But you got the quarterback.
Yep.
You got the running back and you got the wide receiver, and that's hot, and they all mesh together, and that's not easy to find.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get that all the time, and here they are, and they're not squandering their chance. So, that's why I'm like, I gotta give them their coot. Like, I can't hate them. Like, I don't hate them at all.
Right. Absolutely. All right, DJ, we're gonna start wrapping up here, but before we do, what you watching?
So Peacemaker, of course. Secrets of Playboy documentary series is still going. Netflix, The Tinder Swindler. You guys gotta please check this out.
Keep seeing that pop up on my
yes, please watch it. Like, and from jump, like, as soon as you start watching it, they go right. Like, it's like the new Catch Me If You Can. Like, if you saw that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. And then I saw Jackass Forever.
I was Jackass.
Just know that, like, you guys were making fun of me on that soundbite. Like, you will see a lot of D's in this movie. Just know that, but you're also going to see some guys doing some dumb shit that's funny. So it is a funny movie, but just know that you're going to see that, like, the male part is all over the movie screen.
All right, that means I'm not taking my kid to see it.
Do not take your child to see this movie.
One of my buddies let his kid watch the old Jackasses, and I was like, he's like, his kids are the same age as mine, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. So it's bad enough I let him play GTA. I'm also watching Peacemaker. I saw the best meme of Peacemaker the other day, where it's John Cena in the beginning, and the little skip intro box is there. And then it zooms in, and then it's Captain America as Steve Rogers saying, "No, I don't think I will." And I'm like, yes, that's so good, because the soundtrack to Peacemaker, man, is amazing.
That and the opening theme is like like that's one of the best I've ever seen.
The whole soundtrack, I think, is good. All that 80s like rock kind of stuff.
Yes,
I just think it's so good. And then I watched. I could not sleep last night. I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, could not fall back to sleep, and I started watching on Hulu the Pam and Tommy story, of Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee, and like I put it on to just like, I was like, oh, I'm not going to stay awake through this, and I could not fall asleep. I could not turn it off. I could not like just zone out and fall asleep. I kept watching it. I'm like. But then I ended up falling asleep, and now I'm like, "Fuck! I want to see what happened." I mean, obviously we know what happens, but
it's this thing called the internet.
Yeah, I want to watch it, like, and actually, pay close attention to it. So, it's trash, it's stupid, but it's funny. So I don't know, it's interesting, I guess, especially because that's like
different. It was a different time,
dude. Not to get too deep here, but that was like the first. I remember being at a buddy's house.
Yep.
Right. And his dad had an illegal satellite dish and had all the channels.
Right.
And I remember I was like junior or senior in high school. And I remember that was like not the first porn I saw, obviously, because the internet was available, but like I remember like the first sex tape or sex thing on TV. I mean, I saw naked girls, obviously, because all you had to do was like not Google it, but like look it up on Prodigy or whatever, or AOL. And but like, the first, I was like, what is happening? I mean, I know what's happening, but what is happening?
Isn't that Pam?
Yeah, exactly.
Or CJ?
So, yeah, exactly. So it was just wild, but I don't know if it's worth checking out. It's up to you. You make that call. And then me and the wife, actually, we're still continuing with Ozark. Nice. Just so good. We're only on episode 2. We're really slacking here, and it's been slow, but it's every episode I'm like, damn, it's good. Damn, give me more. So I fucking love that show. But time for the run in wrap up here. Don't forget, we got our friends here, the Fig Cave podcast.
Yes.
Phil Gentile over there, Kenny over at the Call Up. And make sure you're also supporting our sponsors, Wrestling Collector Shop. Grab those mystery boxes, figure collections. Grab your Cello Retros at shop.figurecollections.com. Buy, sell, trade toys. Homage, Barrios Toys, Faces and Heels podcast, Dos Padres podcast, WrestleGeddon podcast, and Keystone Collectibles. Also want to shout out J&J Collectibles, not J&J Toy Giants. We'll shout them out too, I guess, because I just did. But J&J Collectibles, they are a proud supporter of the Run-In podcast as well. Join the Patreon if you haven't already, patreon.com/runinpod. The Rerun in Pod is up there with our episodes of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1987 cartoon watch-alongs. And if you're listening, you can jump into our giveaway there with our 5 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reaction figures that we are giving away. The homage giveaway will be happening around the 15th. So if you are not in there, make sure you do so. Also, I forgot to do this during Walk That Toy Aisle, but I want to shout out Extra Cooler, who made our original logo for us. He made a deal or signed a deal with WWE and Chalkline and designed a WWE Hasbro inspired jacket. Go check it out at Chalkline's website. It's awesome. So shout out to Extra Cooler for doing that. Yeah, he's amazing. Follow us over at runinpod.com, youtube.com/the Run-In Podcast. Hit up our store over at runinpod.com so you can get all our discount codes as well. Figure Collections, Homage, Wrestling Collectors Shop, Raise Energy, Buy, Sell, Trade Toys. I'm trying to think of all of them. Heroes Hideout. All our discount codes are up there over at runinpod.com. Follow along at Twitter. We're at Run-In Podcast. Instagram is at the Run-In Pod. That's your cue, DJ.
Oh, that's my cue. So
your turn.
So Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. Go ahead and find that Fig Night 27, FIGKNIGHT 27. And
right.
I put up some pretty fun stuff. And you know, there's people message all the time or ask me questions about the show. I'm interactive.
Hell yeah. Slide into those DMs. We're happy to talk to you guys. My name is Tommy Paradise.
It's your boy DJ in the Rafters.
Under 2 hours. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Go Bengals. Go Bengals. Enjoy the Super Bowl, guys. Enjoy that halftime show. It's the Run-In Podcast. Good night.